Hello Bits and Bones, and welcome to Slady's Quick Reviews, where I share a concise rundown of my thoughts on content that I don't have a whole lot to say about. This review is for The Savior's Champion by Jenna Moreci, which I read and reviewed in 2018. My original review reads as follows. With a book so widely hyped by the writing community, it's only natural to feel skepticism. That said, I went into it with a healthy mindset, not looking to nitpick or to put it on a pedestal. My verdict? The Savior's Champion is good. I enjoyed a lot of the characters and the dialogue was fun. The stereotype each competitor fit was worked into. What is praised most in The Savior's Champion is the presentation of a healthy relationship and its diverse cast of races and sexualities. This praise is technically entirely deserved. The dialogue promotes consensual intimacy and the cast represents a wide fluid spectrum. In that, I found the book pretty average. Although I appreciate the detours Jenna set in place to try and make readers believe differently, to me, the ending was inevitable. A lot of the competitors died in predictable and ironic ways that didn't leave me surprised, although an equal amount of them were unexpected and a pleasure to experience. Because the cast was so huge, I felt like some characters were pushed to the wayside for the sake of other storylines, aka romance. I know the book would have been too long had every competitor been given his time of day, but in some cases I was more interested in the reactions of side characters. I genuinely lost track of one character and thought that he died and I'd missed it because he got so little presence, only to have him appear again a few chapters later. And as much as I wanted mention of certain characters to explain the gaps in Tobias's perspective, I'm hopeful those gaps will be filled in the following book through Layla's perspective, because the romance is very young adult in contrast to the violence. I'd classify this as a new adult book rather than an adult book because there was a lack of depth and a lot of character logic and emotions. It was an enjoyable read, but did not blow me away as it did other readers. Some things were very underexplained and glossed over, but that just helped with easy consumption in this case. I await the next installment and hope that it satiates some of my questions. And now a word from Present Slady. Looking back on this review, I think I was a little kinder than I would be now. Honestly, I didn't want a bad rating bomb 2 books by an author-tuber that I look up to. That's not to say The Savior's Champion wasn't fine. It was one of the better romances that I've ever read. Romances just typically aren't very good in my opinion. And I was just very honed in on wanting to like what I could and excuse the rest. The ambiance of the labyrinth itself felt like it was trying to hit certain aesthetics for the battles rather than be anything consistent or grounding. One of the challenges I literally could not visualize at all. The romance was technically healthy and adult, which was as advertised, but it fell into the trope of conflict through miscommunication, which is a real peeve of mine. If you haven't noticed, I'm overly honest, and a plot that relies on one unsaid sentence for convenience's sake just does not fly. Also, the twist really wasn't a twist either. I will be dropping The Savior's Champion's rating to a 2.5 out of 5 stars, although the rating on Goodreads will remain rounded up to 3. As always, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to my patrons. If you'd like to support me and my content, there will be a link to my Patreon in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.